Good solid tee shot there, coming off the bogey at the first. This is in the fairway at number 2. Second shot coming up, and we say hello to Iona Stephen.
124 left to the flagstick. Wind into the face, so you'll definitely need to account for that.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realise if you just miss hit the middle of the club by 1/4 of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. That finished off for par. He with the second, and he'll stay at 1 over. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
Well, you can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers.
And that will do just fine. So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second.
Just gave that way too much.
All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. So now this, right around 25 feet for birdie. Nah, that's going to wander off to the right and leave maybe 2-3 feet coming back. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And he'll remain right where he is. Frank, a much more difficult hole here at the fourth at the old course.
Yeah, that new championship tee is really made for a very hard par 4. 2 ways to play it. Down the right, that's a very, very narrow strip of fairway. Most will go to the left side, a little more conservative. But either way, tough second shot. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
So from the rough, his second here at the fourth.
Always a good shot in the rough, but now a chance for a birdie. So that's a good approach shot.
Let's bring in Notah Begay the third for a look at birdie.
All you have to do is start this on line and let the slope do its thing. I don't see a lot of movement in it.
Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain in red figures at 1 under. So all things considered, today a pretty good barometer of what's to come in the rest of this amateur tournament.
And Rich, as we know, amateur golf's a little...
EA Sports, in conjunction with the R&A, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, we bring you coverage of the second round. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend as we show you the leaderboard. We've got a tie at the very top at 4 under to this point. Included among them is our featured golfer. So we've drawn a plum assignment as we'll be following that pairing throughout. So let's get out to the course, already deep into the round as we head to the tee on the par 4 15th.
They've all been going straight up until that one. A little bit of a test coming up.
Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And this is problematic. We're in thick rough on the left-hand side, hitting towards one of the trickiest greens on the course.
Well, it just comes up a little shy of the flag, but all in all, a good shot out of that rough.
A look at birdie here at 15.
And this really is all about visualization. You've got to see the line in your head, pick out a spot, maybe a foot and a half in front of you, and aim for that.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15. And this will stay a one-shot lead. All right, Frank, another par 4. It's the 16th. Players trying to make their way to the house, standing up in one piece. What's the best way to get at this hole?
Well, the normal player would actually try and hit the ball down the left. I've seen the odd player try and hit it down that out-of-bounds line and sort of flash it down the right side, but really there's not much of an advantage, Rich, unless you're the longest hitter in the business. So a little short and a little left of the principal's nose is a nice setup for the second shot here at 16.
And that one not quite able to hang on. It's into the bunker. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. Just a little over ambitious on that chip shot. Just sailed past.
Yeah, he wanted that to go a little more, but that's not too bad from there. Okay, in for a bogey at 16. And he's going to fall out of the lead and wind up a shot back. Arriving now at St. Andrews' infamous road hole, often considered the most difficult par 4 in golf, the 17th tee shot has to fly those railway sheds and the grounds of the Old Course Hotel, landing on a narrow fairway beyond. Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. So, Iona, this is second from the fairway.
We're looking at 136 yards to the front of the green, 140 yards to get you to the flag. Pin in the middle, so it's a green light.
And that one barely makes the front of the green. Do you realise if you just miss hit the middle of the club by a quarter of an inch, you lose 10%. That's right, 10%.
Nope, that was never going to climb that hill, and he has left himself a tester coming up. That's good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay at -3. Without a doubt, it is one of the most famous finishing holes in all of golf. Frank, it doesn't look like much from the tee, but wow, when you factor in the history, it's something special, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a little road that runs across this par 4. It's about 100 yards short of the green. It certainly comes into play when you play this hole into the breeze. But no breeze or into the breeze, you've got to worry about the out of bounds that surrounds this green all the way down the right side and beyond. And it's a wonderful little finishing hole in many ways because it tests the mere mortal and it tests the greats of the game.
Looking for a strong finishing kick here on this Friday to get set up for the weekend, and that another good drive here. This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close.
In golf, you know, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
We turn to Notah Begay III for this look at birdie.
Tough to see any break in this, maybe slightly to the right, putting back up the hill, so got to keep up the speed.
Okay, not a bad effort. Okay, safely in for his par at 18. That will be a second round score of 70, 2 under par. So will this be the week that our featured golfer claims that first ever title? Frank, it's looking... EA Sports, in conjunction with the RNA, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, it's live coverage of the third round. Well, if yesterday was any indication, we should be in for a memorable weekend of golf here as we take in the leaderboard on this Saturday. Our leader here on Saturday is our featured golfer. He's got a two-shot advantage here to begin play. Time to head out to the course as we pick things up on the tee at the par 4 12th. Okay, on the green, but that's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. Let's bring in Notah Begay III for a look at birdie.
Dead straight look here. Just has to trust his stroke and get the ball to the hole.
That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he's going to hold on to that 3-shot lead. Here's a great hole, the 13th. It's 418 yards. The key, and you can see it as plain as day, is to stay away from those coffin bunkers. They are nasty. The approach should be aimed right at the center of this gigantic double green. And that one gonna wind up in the bunker. Gonna have to flight this a long way. His second out of the bunker.